Hey, we did it. We're back with episode 5 of Apocrypha.
Hello. Yep.
Hello.
Apocrypha. Okay. More than a Messiah.
More than a Messiah. Right here.
This is the stranger.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot about the stranger.
Ooh. The stranger? Where does that go?
Well, never be the stranger : more than a Messiah, which is I'm going to put up online. But you just want to write the stranger underneath there somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, last time was the stranger, yada yada yada. I forget what it was.
No, I just wrote the subtitle last time, I think.
Yeah, let's see.
Same as I did this time.
Yeah, last time was, whoops, page too far, a bridge too far. The stranger, summoned by shadows. Alright, this is More Than Messiah. This is a continuation of, they can't call him the doctor, it's the stranger.
Mm-hmm.
But he's very doctor-esque, and it's basically the doctor. He is with Perry again. Perry's in the first 3 of these, the stranger deals. There's basically 6 of them during the first run, and I think that's it. I don't think they made any more in the second deal yet. So there's 6 of these between the end of the show and the first revival, the TV movie.
Does that mean the Apocrypha eventually gets to call him the doctor, or no?
No.
Oh.
No. But anyway, but there's 6 of these, the strangers. The first 3 are separate episode serials.
Mm-hmm.
The other 3 basically almost make up a trilogy because they are literally interconnected from beginning to end. And when you watch a couple of them, they do recaps of the last one a bit.
Oh, okay.
You know, like Doctor Who does.
Yeah.
Here's the last 45 seconds of the last story. You know, that kind of thing.
For sure.
But we're still in the part where it's not. Okay, so if you recognize, zoom in, feel free. If you recognize, that's Ace.
Ace. So we have Perry playing Perry, but they can't call her Perry.
Right. You have the doctor. You have the 6th Doctor playing the doctor, but you can't call him the doctor.
But Ace is playing like a different character, some forest dryad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's basically a forest dryad connected to the planet.
They call her a mermaid at one point.
Yeah. But it's interesting.
Not a mermaid. She does go in the ocean though, or the lake.
And Ace with her hand up is very reminiscent of when she held up Excalibur in Battlefield coming out of the lake. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so very simple story. There's only 7 characters. The Dr. Perry, Ace is the Dryad.
7, yeah.
Yeah. The 2 old man, old lady, the Donners or whatever, or...
Ooh, I don't remember. It's Mark and Charlotte.
Yeah, but she calls him Bunny.
Bunny.
Yeah. And then 2
Dartsons or something.
Yeah, Dartsons. And then there's 2 college students.
Nick and the other guy I don't think is named.
Mike or Mark or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's real simple. 7 characters only. 7 actors only.
And an ape.
And at least 1 ape.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we don't know if any of these characters are playing the ape.
Oh, yeah.
Any of the actors. So
that's
I can
point.
Easily believe the guy who gets killed early on, the student, is playing the ape as well.
Yeah, I didn't see
Yeah, I could easily believe
I didn't see it on the credits.
Alright.
That's good.
So, okay. The story opens up with the doctor and Perry, or probably the stranger and his friend or companion. They're sitting on a beach. The doctor's snoozing in a deck chair, in a lawn chair.
No longer contemplating.
Right.
Or smoldering.
Yeah. But this isn't a nice sandy beach, or this is a gravel beach.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, if you're gonna end up somewhere, why not end up on a nice beach or a paradise planet or at least a cruise ship?
Well, it's kind of supposed to be a paradise planet, like a nature reserve planet.
Yeah, but at least wind up on a decent beach on that planet.
They couldn't afford it in the budget.
Yeah, that's probably true. No. To be fair, this one, Stranger, was better than the last one.
It was better set pieces,
better acting, better story, better editing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kept my phone on me because Alyssa is ill in case she needs to text me. Speaking of which, let me check that. Sorry, never normally keep our phones on us, but my wife is ill and nope, she didn't text me. All right. Okay, so if she needs anything, I need to take it to her. So anyway, they're there. She's bored. The doctor keeps snoozing.
They're supposed to go on another adventure or something.
Yeah, she goes wandering off to check out everything. In the meantime, you have this old couple. They look like they are in their early 60s, I'd say.
Yeah.
And classic old British couple, English couple. And he's looking through binoculars, and they're looking for this basically lady of the lake. And they see her, although there's a couple of guys in a speedboat.
Yeah.
Doing
Mark and Nick.
Yeah.
Mike and Nick.
Yeah. One of them's driving, and the other one is skiing.
Yeah.
Water skiing. They're making a lot of hullabaloo and noise.
They're littering, throwing stuff out the boat.
Yeah.
An aerosol can.
I don't know what it was. I think it was maybe a beer can or something, you know?
It had like one of those caps on it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
littering for the sake of littering.
this is the first time you've watched this. I'm Hatter. This is Holden. And why did you start here?
Where are we drinking today?
Okay. You're drinking Cayman Jack, the mule, and I'm drinking Powerade Zero because I'm still on my 30-day cleanse. 3 weeks from today, this is day 10. 3 weeks from today, I will be drinking, if we do the podcast on the podcast, because that will be the first day of the NFL, and the first day I'll be able to drink again.
Hey, NFL season. Football season.
Football. Now, if we do miss any Thursdays, it's because we're watching football. So anyway,
it's soccer when you say it like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Football.
Yeah, that's soccer, but yeah, football. American football.
Gridiron is what they call it in England.
Well, the gridiron is the classic, is the way that it was before the modern day. In the old days, it was a grid.
Yeah.
So you had lines going both ways. So you had the 10 mark lines like we have now, and then you had lines going this way too.
Does that mean it was a perfect square instead of a football field?
No, it was still a football field, but it was a grid because you had the lines going the other way. The only remnant of that anymore is the hash marks.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in England, they don't say football; they call it gridiron still.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
I think gridiron.
No, they probably call it football because they call soccer.
Oh.
They came up with it. No wait, they came up with soccer, associated club, and they got shortened to soccer.
Sack.
But I think they now call soccer football, and they probably do call ours gridiron. Even though they came up with the word, I don't think they use it anymore. We use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It stood for like associated football or associated club or whatever, and just got shortened to soccer. Yeah. But anyway, with the gridiron, if you watch some of the old movies, like the Marx Brothers movie, I think Horse Feathers.
Okay.
You'll see the actual gridiron, the grid.
Leather helmets.
Yeah. Same thing for. I think there's also an early. Possibly Harold Lloyd, but definitely. What is his name? The General.
Of the car insurance?
No. Modern Problems.
I don't know.
No. What is his name? He was also in It's a Mad World.
Oh. It's a good movie.
Yeah. No, that was Harold Lloyd in It's a Mad World. This is Buster Keaton. Oh. I think there's an old Harold, besides the Marx Brothers, I think there's an old Harold Lloyd movie and possibly Buster Keaton and possibly Harold Lloyd movies that also have the actual gridiron. You see it on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Anyway, so
they're riding their speedboat.
Yeah, they're on the speedboat.
Skiing, littering.
The old couple are watching for the lady of the lake. They spot her. She, like you did, that she has her handle off, very akin to the scene in Battlefield, except then she's got bringing up Excalibur.
Yeah. And she's like picking up litter. Cans are disappearing. You see a hand grab a chip bag.
Kind of later, yeah.
I'm assuming she's taking the can out of the water or something.
Anyway, so apparently she doesn't like mankind. She doesn't like litter bugs. She doesn't like people making noise. Technology. So she tries to kill the two guys in the speedboat after the old couple leave. She gets one. Yeah. The other one manages to wash ashore.
Pulls him out of the boat.
Yeah, literally yanks him out of the boat. He manages to get away, but she kills the other one. Probably drowns him or whatever. Mm-hmm. Although we never see a body.
No, we don't.
Okay. So Perry ends up finding him, and yeah, Nick, and he goes cabins, and she takes him to his cabin, and there they're talking about the planet and stuff. Mm-hmm. Apparently, this is supposed to be a paradise planet. Getting back to nature. Apparently, other places are not.
Big airport,
spaceport,
green atmosphere.
Green atmosphere.
Yeah, like the sky's green.
I showed that a couple times. I think that's kind of reminiscent of the green of the Lady of the Lake, Ace, because she's got the face that's green, and so she's learning about the planet. The students are there. The guy who died was the one that really wanted to go, and Nick was just there to make up the numbers. Yeah, so. If I were to go on a cruise, I need somebody else to go on the cruise with me, and you went because you were my friend, you'd be making up the numbers. Is that expression?
Oh, okay.
So we could split it and stuff.
And he was also literally making up numbers. He was like a reporter or something?
No, he was, the friend who died was in advertising and was advertising the place, it was paradise and all that. He wanted to see if it lived up to it. Yeah. So
he's a blogger.
Well, possibly. that didn't exist back then. No. This was made in like 1994, 92. Let me check. Hold on. Yes, February of 1992. So if there were bloggers back then, it was the early days of the internet.
Oh yeah.
Just starting to get into modems in certain places that weren't dial-up. Not quite what we have today, but it was still, most people were still on dial-up. But there were some higher-end places, businesses and stuff that were on, not quite fiber optic, but like the coaxial cables.
Yeah. They have internet cafes back then?
They did by 99. I know that when I was living in China, they had those.
Those are big in other countries. I went to an internet cafe in Salt Lake City, but apparently they're real big in Europe and stuff.
Well, when I backpacked through Europe in 95, yeah, they were kind of big, yeah. 96, yeah. But yeah, not like it, now everybody's got everything at home.
Yeah.
So anyway, she kills one of the boat guys, the other one survives. Family show.
Yeah. What are these rated? Unrated?
PG.
PG?
Right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, there's a later on one of this third-party stuff that, if not a couple, that get into PG-13 or mature, not quite mature, but PG-13. There's a little bit of nudity and stuff,
Really?
A little bit. Well, we almost had it here.
Yeah. You see some collarbones, some exposed.
But it's implied they're completely naked or something.
You get to see Colin Baker's nipples.
One of them, anyway. Yeah. Okay, I could live without that, but anyway.
Yeah, me too.
That's okay. In the regular show, we've seen the third Doctor's nipples when he was showering. Yeah. Show his tattoos. Yeah. Okay, so
good looking man.
At least then, yeah. All right. So, Pertwee.
per week.
Okay.
Not Colin Baker.
Right. Sorry, Colin.
He's got
Alright.
pepperoni nipples.
Okay. Anyway, so Ace, as this water forest dryad, shows up, and the doctor's just kind of laying there. And he looks up at her, and he smiles. She smiles back at him. She invites him to her place.
It's a cave.
Which should not be a cave, but apparently it's this very special cave.
Yeah.
When I think of very special caves in Doctor Who, well, this isn't quite Doctor Who, but it's
Caves of Andronazi.
Caves of Andronazi, although it's special, but not in a good way. It's the story, but yeah, those caves. But I also think of the cave in The Brain of Morbius.
Yeah.
Where the Doctor goes and gets the serum from the Sisterhood. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was a special cave that actually released the serum that they could live forever. Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah,
I went to Carlsbad one time.
Oh yeah, I like Carlsbad.
Well, that's a cavern. What's the difference between a cavern and a cave?
Probably the size.
Oh, okay.
But it's like the difference between a creek and a river. It's just the size. Yeah. I'm guessing if you have to swim across, it's a river. If you can wade across or just jump over it, it's a creek.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a guess.
That's a good definition.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, Colin Baker, the Doctor, the Stranger, goes back with Ace, the water forest nymph dryad, and back to her place. He's
sleepy,
still sleepy, because he was snoozing. She kind of recuperates him with some
soup broth.
Yeah, some of the water. He calls it
sprinkles and brew.
Yeah, some of the water from the cave, which I'm taking is rejuvenating, much like not as much as the water in the of the Sisterhood.
Yeah.
In the Brain of Morbius.
Yeah.
But probably fairly good,
Cave dew.
Yeah.
Mountain dew.
Yeah. She sprinkles a little something in there, broth maybe, I don't know. But he likes it, and it seems to refresh him.
Yeah.
And then next we see them in a scene where it implies that they're both naked. And they're standing behind that deal. It comes, she's shorter, so it doesn't come just above her breast, it comes a little higher. You just see her collarbones. And with him, he's taller, so you see from about here up, and you get to see, once again, his nipples.
Pepperoni.
And it's just a weird scene.
It is, yeah.
Anyway, she decides that she thinks he's like the first interesting, kind man, and apparently she's telepathic.
Nothing.
Well, she reads his thoughts.
Okay.
Remember, she tells him he's lonely and he's running from something, and she's never met a mind like his because he's a Time Lord and not a human, and she decides she's in love with him.
As you do.
As you do. So she tries to convince him to stay, which, I mean, it's Ace. She's gorgeous, and she's older now. And she's not looking like a kid anymore. She's more into about looking like mid-20s.
And she's real dirty. She has like mud.
Well,
green mud.
On the right side of her face is the dryad green.
Yeah.
The left side of her face, a single little scar,
yeah.
But it's pink, not that big a deal.
The doctor asks her where she got the scar.
Yeah,
she doesn't like talking about it.
Yeah. But anyway, so she tries to get the doctor to stay. The doctor doesn't want to stay. In the meantime, Perry and Nick decide they need to go to the spaceport. Because Nick was on his little computer device, and he's like, we're trying to get a flight out of here. I've got to go tell, his folks that he's dead. And she's like, well, don't you have communication? He says, nope, we're living out here. It's against the rules. I'm not even supposed to have this.
Yeah.
But we told him we were doing a study on the fauna. Okay. And then the spaceport gets destroyed.
It's gone. It just disappears.
It's gone, and we see a little brief scene of somebody trying to type into a computer, and scream and everything. So it's never answered what happened to the spaceport.
Swallowed by nature or something.
It's never answered.
Or is all mobile and they just took off?
No, they weren't screaming like that. We don't know if the force field went down, the apes got in, but then it still would have been at least in wreckage.
Yeah.
We don't know. Yep. Spaceport just disappears.
Return to nature.
Yeah.
Exile target artifact.
Okay.
Want to agree? Magic card.
Yeah. Divine offering.
Got exiled.
Yeah. Anyway, so spaceport's gone. We don't know if the planet swallowed it up. We don't know if the apes destroyed it. We don't know anything.
Both.
All we know is it's gone.
It's gone. Totally gone.
So they decide they need to go over there to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, you've got that older couple,
Charlotte and Mark.
But
the actor's name was Mark, and his character's name was Mark.
Well, it's easy to respond to.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were playing in a play, and your character's name was Holden, you'd be much easier to respond to than Mike. You know.
Yeah. I like watching the takeouts of like Rush Hour 2. They keep calling him Jackie, but his character's name's supposed to be Lee.
Oh, okay.
So it ruins the take. And it's a blooper.
Yeah. There's a character on 30 Rock, and the actor's name and the character's name is almost exactly the same.
Oh, that's
like Tracy Jordan,
I
think, and then like Tracy Jackson or something.
Oh, that's good.
So they keep calling him Tracy, and he's like, "Hey, all right,"
which makes it easy.
Yeah, it makes it easy. I'd want to do the same thing if I was a character. I'd just be Hatter, and you know. Anyway, so the old man. It's evident that he was a guy who designed cities, houses, streets, all that stuff. But they decided he was redundant. And so ever since he got laid off, he's not been right in the head. Yeah, these students, damn students. And
take it over.
Take your job and show you the door. And anyway, his cheese and his cracker are not even in the same time zone.
So
it's bad.
Sent off to the nature world.
Right.
Rough it without technology.
By his doctor to take it easy.
Yeah. So he goes hunting. Or she's making flowers. Raising flowers.
Yeah.
Green thumbing flowers.
Yeah, and she loves the flowers. And he's like, if you wouldn't waste all your time with that, we could be okay. And she's like, we're supposed to be on vacation, dear. Mm-hmm. The doctor told you to take it easy. He decides he's going hunting.
Yeah.
He's never even been fishing, much less hunting, but he's got a double-barreled shotgun, and he decides to go hunting. And I like he doesn't have like a bandolier, but he's got like a belt that has a bunch of shotgun shells along that. I noticed that this time watching it. I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool.
That's neat.
I'm gonna get me one of those.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he goes out hunting. And there are these apes. And the apes get kept out of the area by force field.
Force field, yeah.
It's the only thing that keeps the apes out. Apparently they're very curious creatures. So he goes out hunting, and Perry and Nick are walking along the trail. And, okay, this is never explained. But there's like a skull and part of a corpse kind of buried in the road.
I bet that was Mike.
No clue.
And then the ape sticks his finger in the eye socket and licks it. Which is gross. It's a gross looking skeleton.
Perry's like, ugh.
It's got like melted skin on it and his eyes are...
Yeah, which I don't see how that would happen from the other... I mean, unless it was one of the people inside the spaceport that got swallowed up. Who knows? A lot of this is not explained. It's kind of explained at the end, but you've got to assume a lot of other stuff. Anyway, so I kind of like it when they don't explain too much, but you kind of got to explain a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to explain some of it. So the old guy, Bunny, takes a shot at the ape, but accidentally hits Nick.
Yeah.
And Nick goes down, grazed on the side of the head right here. He goes down.
I thought he's dead. He just drops. And then Mark comes out, Bunny, he's like, I said I'm sorry, didn't I?
Yeah, he apologizes kind of curtly. And then every time she's like, well, you shot him. Well, I said I'm sorry. And
this is like the beginning of his villain arc. Like he goes off the deep end after this.
Oh, he's been going off the deep end for a while. But yeah, this is when it shows. So they end up dragging
back to Charlotte and Mark's cabin.
Right, and Charlotte helps bandage up Mike. Perry helps, and then
Mark's
just going crazier and crazier.
He's brooding outside about the students taking his job.
Yeah, and he's like, they blame you for everything. He's like, dude, you shot him.
So he starts throwing out Charlotte's flowers. And this is where he comes up with this narrative that the students are actually spies.
Yes, and he believes Perry and this Mike guy are spies because the rival company, he's designed this thing and he thinks it's going to be built. It's not going to be built. He doesn't do that anymore.
A city for the nature planet.
It's not going to be built. He's off his rocker. And he thinks there's another company out there that's coming to steal his plans. And that's what the apes are, and that's what the students are, and they're spies, and they're watching him from the woods. And
he's loco.
Yeah, I would have preferred tension that was more based off of the situation at hand rather than a guy who's just a nut job. Yeah, but if you're gonna
both,
you
get a little bit of both.
You get a bit of both, but it's mostly the nut job.
Yeah. He's the bad guy.
Right. I would have preferred him being good and working with them against everything else, but I guess he does provide most of the tension in the piece, and they just went that route.
Yeah.
So anyway, Charlotte lets Perry go because Perry mentions the doctor, not the doctor, her friend.
Yeah.
And is he a doctor?
Well, he's a friend.
Yeah. He knows a lot more about this stuff than I do.
Yeah.
So Charlotte lets her go. She's going out looking for the doctor. Mark gets all paranoid. And he's like, why'd you let her go? You stupid. You're stupid. You stupid, stupid woman.
Oh,
God, that's a rough line.
Meanwhile, we have the doctor, the stranger, and the dryad in the cave. Never guess her name either. It's played by Ace, but she's not playing Ace.
Right. So
she closes the cave on him. She doesn't want him to leave.
When she offers him to stay there, she wants him to stay there. She's in love with him, or she thinks she is anyway. He tells her he can't. He has duties. And so she closes the cave door, the mouth of the cave on him, so he can't leave. And he asks, "Are you?" And she's like, "I am this planet."
Yeah.
Yeah. When you look around, all you see is me because I am this planet. And he doesn't believe her. Then
Mark is out hunting for Perry.
And for some shooting around. Yeah.
Eventually shoots an ape.
Well, eventually he's got to get back to the house first.
Oh, okay.
So he's just kind of firing at stuff,
shooting nature, which hurts Ace
because dryad. She actually is the planet.
Yeah.
She is a embodiment of. Well, we found out later she didn't know. She's kind of like the embodiment of the soul of the planet, or the avatar, or the aspect thereof.
Yeah.
So she gets hurt by him. She decides she needs communion, which is to go into the water and commune with the planet closer to it.
Yeah, the cave mouth opens back up.
Right. She leaves. She goes commune. The doctor leaves.
He's free.
Yeah, he's free. He goes wandering around the beach. Perry's still looking, and she's being hunted by Mark.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally out of the water comes Ace's Dryad. The doctor puts his jacket on her because she's.
And then all of a sudden he has another jacket. What's that about?
Okay.
He takes his jacket off. He puts it on her.
Okay.
Next frame, he's wearing a jacket too.
Okay. Do you know about a coat and an overcoat?
But when he took it off, he just had his sweater on.
And we're gonna ignore that part.
Okay.
But no. Up north, here in the States and Canada, and in the UK, because they're further north by a good bit than Texas, they will wear shirts. A lot of times over it, they will wear a vest or a sweater. In modern days, a sweater more likely, but a lot of times still a vest. Then you will have your coat or jacket, or sometimes you'll have a jacket and then a coat, or then you'll have an overcoat. You got like 5 layers going on to keep warm because it's so freaking cold.
I found the editing confusing because they didn't show that. They just show him taking it off. He's just wearing a sweater.
Yeah.
Puts on her. They cut and he's wearing a jacket again.
Yeah. Well, let's just assume he took them both off and it was too much for her. Right. He took them both off, put it on her, and then he took the overcoat off of her and put it on him.
Sure.
Let's just roll with that.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, so, because she would fit better into the coat rather than the overcoat.
Okay.
So he just did it that way.
Sure.
Okay. Hey, it might have been actually the way it worked. Who knows? So the Ace Dryad sees in the doctor's mind. She shows him all sorts of stuff. He's seeing everything through her eyes.
Yeah.
Which is
viewing the planet.
Right, which is vaguely reminiscent of the Master looking through the cat's eyes in Survival. Yeah.
So she's looking through the monkey eyes?
She's kind of looking through nature, probably birds or whatever, because they show swooping things and all that. And she says, "Oh," and she spots Perry. Yeah. Who is this? It's my friend.
He needs the help.
Yeah. Do you love her? And he's like,
yes, no.
He's like, no.
Kind of.
Well, in a way, I love her. She's like, well, if you can love her, you can love me. And she turns into Perry.
Yeah.
And this is Perry with some serious eyeliner, like
the green, brown Dryad.
Well, no, the eyeliner's like 4 different colors. It looks very drag queeny. Yeah, on that, and it's Perry. The actress who plays Perry, Nicola Bryant, I think her name is. And she does a really good job imitating Ace's Dryad.
Yeah.
She does, and like I said, better acting in this. And
meanwhile, the Dryad's trying to kill the actual Perry. Right. Her all the spaceport.
Right.
She's getting pulled down by roots and stuff.
Who knows? Maybe that is what happened in the spaceport. Let's roll with that.
Okay.
So Perry's being dragged down by roots. Think not Night of the Living Dead. Army of Darkness.
Ernest's Halloween.
No, you remember Army of Darkness?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy gets held down by the roots.
Is that Ash Ketchum?
Yeah.
Versus Evil Dead?
Well, this is the first or second movie way back.
I saw the one with the chainsaw hand.
Oh yeah, that's the third one, Army of Darkness. Yeah. So anyway, she gets pulled down, and the Mark gets her in his sights.
Bunny.
Yep, and you don't know if he's gonna shoot her or not, but she's about to be killed dragged down into the earth by these roots that have, on her hands and wrists, and we're assuming her ankles.
Yeah. What a way to go.
But the doctor says, "You will not earn my love by killing my friends." And the dryad, who now looks like Perry, goes, "Oh, really?" And she lets Perry go, but she keeps the aspect of Perry.
She still looks like Perry.
Yeah. And it's funny because she's got all that funky eye makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Be like the dryad had a bit, and then the regular Perry does not, and the regular Perry gets
held hostage
by Mark.
Mm-hmm.
He takes her back to the cabin with Charlotte and Mike.
Charlotte and Nick were
probably Nick, yeah.
We're boarding up the window. The force field went down at some point.
Yeah,
which means the monkeys, the apes can get in.
Yeah, they figured out the force field went down. Now the apes can get in. Earlier it showed an ape trying the force field, and it's kind of zapped them.
Yeah.
So they're kind of pushing up barrier against the door like you usually do.
Not well.
Yeah, not well.
It's like a chair on wheels that they wheel up to it, and then put some wooden chairs on top of it.
You use what you have, man.
And then the door opens out anyway.
That was the funniest part. Was the door opened outwards. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Mark opens the door and just wheel the chair out of the way.
Yeah. So Mark, Perry's talking at him, and all this other stuff, and it's obvious he's off his rocker.
Mm-hmm.
They go check out the spaceport. And he's like, the spaceport. Oh my gosh, I can't. And she's like, it's supposed to be here. Yeah, it's not here. And she's like, okay, so what do you think? And he's like, well, I can't believe the lengths to which they'd go to stop me from sending my findings back to the home. Like, gone.
In his own world.
Yeah. And so he leads her back to the cabin. She's talking at him the whole time, pretty much. She's making sense.
Mm-hmm.
He's not making sense. No. It's like...
Poor Charlotte. She gets her plants thrown away.
Yeah. So
flowers.
Yeah, they get back. He decides he's going to make a fortress out of the cabin, which doesn't last very long.
No.
In the meantime, the doctor and the aspect of the planet that now looks like Perry are back in the cave. She has her head in his lap. The eyeshadow's gone. I noticed that.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, the eyeshadow's gone. And she's... you wonder if he and Perry, Colin Baker and Nicola Bryant kind of had a thing.
Yeah.
Because they are very, very comfortable in that scene.
Well, you also had him naked with Ace, so they're fairly comfortable.
We don't know if they were naked. Like,
I like to imagine they were.
Oh, okay. She might have had on one of those little deals that went right
strapless,
there. Yeah. No, yeah, one of those little tops, that women used to wear a lot in the 70s that were, went right there. Just above the breast.
Tube-top.
Kind of a tube top. Yeah, and
then Colin takes his pants off. They're like, "No, you don't need to do that. you can't see down there." He's like, "No, I have to get in character."
But yeah, she's got her head in his lap, and then after a bit, she moves up, and kind of cozies up to him, her head here, in his lap, and it's very comfortable.
He's still being sleepy.
No, I think he's past that.
Oh, okay.
Once he had that broth.
Yeah.
And he's explaining to her that she's naive and that life is infinitely messier, especially love is infinitely messier than she thinks.
Yeah.
And she's finally understanding that, she says things like guilt, pain, doubt, jealousy. Yeah, this is all
she's talking about her feelings now.
Well, possibly, but I think she's also getting it from him. Remember, she's telepathic. She can read his brain. Yeah. And I think she's understanding both in her. Well, she's probably feeling the feelings, and she's probably getting the words for them and the understanding of them from his brain.
Okay.
And she's finally realizing, she doesn't know love. She's, what was that first puppy love that, like a 13 or 14-year-old kid will go through.
In love with being in love.
Oh, well, not only that, but you swear it's the end of the world when you break up. And I'll never find anyone else. Everyone does this.
Yeah.
And everyone falls in love again. Yeah. But, what was it in Star Trek, The Next Generation? Wesley Crusher fell in love with this girl, but she had to leave. And he stands there and he's like, I will never love like that again. And right behind him is Whoopi Goldberg playing, I forget the name of the character, but the bartender in The Next Generation. And she's like, you won't.
Was that Will Wheaton?
Yeah, Will Wheaton was Crusher, Wesley Crusher. And he turns around to her and he's like, I didn't think, that's not what I expected you to say. And she said, no, you will be in love many times in your life. And every one of them will be different.
And he falls in love with Whoopi Goldberg.
No.
Oh. I didn't watch Star Trek.
Oh, okay. Well, this is Star Trek TNG, The Next Generation.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite.
Not the Kirk one. Jean-Luc
Picard.
Picard.
Right, but not the show Picard. That's an abomination.
That's a new one.
Yeah. Well, they had to bring him back to tear him down and kill him off because that's what you do with old white male heroes.
He's old. He's been forever old. Like, he was old during The Next Generation.
Yeah.
And he looks just as old now.
Yeah, a little older. Alright.
He must have been bald when he was like 30.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's been bald ever since I've seen him.
The same look for
50 years.
Yeah, honestly.
Alright. Okay, so anyway. Mark keeps getting nuttier at the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets everybody come outside. And right as he does that, an ape comes up.
Yeah.
He shoots the ape. I think it's more of a reaction than anything. Yeah. Like, here's an ape coming at me. I've got a shotgun.
Yeah.
The first time was an accident when he was trying to shoot an ape and he grazed Mike. Yeah. This time, I think it was more a reaction than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And he shoots the ape and he tells Mike to grab the body. Well, the ape's not quite dead yet. Yeah, he gets Nick to pick up the ape, sling him over his shoulder.
The ape getting shot did not agree with the Dryad's.
Right. Like, ah! And the doctor still thinks it's all in Ace's head, or right now it's Perry's aspect, but all in the Dryad's head.
He mistakes innocence for madness?
No, he mistook...
naivete.
No, not naivete. He mistook the way that she was connected to the planet for madness because he believed she was not when she was saying she was.
She starts going on about offing herself. She pulls out a knife.
In a minute, yeah. So she ends up, the Perry aspect ends up falling to the ground in pain because the ape got injured. Mm. She picks up a knife. It looks like...
Where'd she get that from?
But it looks like one of those small bayonets that you would affix to a gun, just one of those little small ones that you would affix to a gun that was about that long. Mm-hmm. WW1?
Yeah.
Maybe WW2?
One grenade bayonet.
Yeah, one of those little small bayonets. Anyway, and so she kind of holds it, and she's going to kill herself, and he's like, don't do it. And she's like, well, you people have killed yourselves over love so many times. She's like, but not for me. And it's like, okay, that's reasonable.
Talks
like,
her out of it.
When she calls him beautiful, he's like, beg your pardon?
Yeah.
he realizes he's not the world's handsomest person. Mm-hmm. But that kind of comes into play when he says, not for me, pretty well. He talks her out of killing herself, pretty much. And at that moment, everyone comes together.
Yeah.
In comes the old couple, Perry, Nick, and Nick's carrying the ape.
The wounded ape.
Yeah.
Dead ape.
Yeah. So Charlotte seems to kind of wander out there for a minute. Mm-hmm. We don't see her go, but she's not there at the very next little bit. And Mark says, take the ape to her. She's the Dryad. Take the ape to her. No, he didn't say the Dryad, but to Ace. And he says, why? No. He says, do it or I'll shoot Perry, Yeah. Points the gun at Perry. So Nick takes the ape to her. The ape's not quite dead. She gets on one knee, touches the ape's face and says, I have felt all your pain the way you have felt mine.
Yeah.
But rest now. Be at rest. And the ape's head falls over and dies.
Okay.
So then...
They try wrestling the gun away from Mark.
Right. The doctor kind of blindsides Ace, grabs the dagger from her.
Mm-hmm.
The same time, Nick gets a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, let's get the gun from him. And he tries to get the gun, and Perry joins in.
There's a kerfuffle.
Right. But he holds onto the gun, and he has Perry and Nick move away. And then, at that moment, still in a suicidal tendency, Ace is like, shoot me. Well, yeah, he says he wants a confession from everybody because he believes they're all from that other corporation. Spies. He wants a written confession, and he calls for Charlotte. Charlotte, bring pen and paper. We're getting confessions. And Charlotte runs in. She says, Ace is like, shoot me. Go ahead, shoot me. Are you a coward? It's like, coward? Yeah. And she really, it's like suicide by cop, you know? Yeah. You can't bear to kill yourself. But you point a gun at a cop and he shoots you and kills you. Yeah, it's suicide by cop. So she provokes him, and he's like super on tilt, and he's ready to shoot her. And then Charlotte runs in, and I don't know if it's his super tension and he's on tilt. I don't know how much he wanted to, although I think he really, really, really wanted to. Mm-hmm. Don't know how much of it is being startled, but he fires and kills Ace, and she dies.
Yeah,
and. They're looking, kind of standing over her going, you killed her. Charlotte's finally like, put the gun away.
Ace passing causes a rock falling.
Right. First her buddy disappears. Mm-hmm. And then you see an image of the planet.
Yeah, it's exploding.
Yeah. And the whole place starts to fall apart, the cave and everything. And they turn around, and the doctor's like, we gotta get out of here. They turn around, and off screen, apparently a big rock had hit Mark in the head. Mm-hmm. He's down on the ground, kind of blood on his temple. Yeah. And they get some of the styrofoam rocks off of him.
Yeah.
And
one of them seemed like a real rock.
Well, no. Nick was a pretty decent actor. He picks up the rock, and the sound effects make it look like sound like a real rock. But then if you notice the other one
was real fake.
Shifted, when they shifted his body, which it shouldn't have shifted like that. Yeah. But it is what it is. It's Doctor Who, or at least pseudo Doctor Who.
Nick's real strong.
So they try to get Charlotte out of there. They figure out that Nick's dead. Mark's dead. Mm-hmm. They try to get Charlotte out of there. She's nope, I'm staying with him. She loves him too much. And once again, cheese and cracker.
Poor Charlotte. She's the best character of this. It's a really sad character arc that she goes on.
She does. She obviously loves her husband. She puts up with what he says. Mm-hmm. She puts up with him twisting her arm at one point.
Yeah.
She puts up with all of his insanity.
Very passive.
And she loves him and stays with him and dies with him at the end. It's beautiful in a tragic way,
Yeah. So then Perry, the Doctor, Stranger, and Nick all hightail it out of there.
They don't show him running to the TARDIS. You can't mention or show the TARDIS.
Yeah. But we see the different atmosphere.
Right.
It's no longer like a green sky.
Green tinged,
And Nick says, well, thanks for taking me home.
Yeah. Doesn't mention how they got there or anything.
Cut short.
And the doctor, and so Nick's like, so she was an antibody? And the doctor's like, yeah, this is what the planet created to deal with deal with a disease. And we were the disease, Mm-hmm. And he was like,
our disease.
Yeah. So the whole planet blows up. The planet decided to destroy all the people on it. That's why it ate the spaceport, and the apes were trying to kill all the people.
Yeah.
Nick is the only one that managed to survive. Of course, Perry's human, and the Doctor's not, Time Lord.
Mhm.
They got out of there supposedly in the TARDIS. They never say.
The Sid Rat.
Yep. And they're good and they're done. And the
End of episode 1.
Well, the end of the story.
Episode 2.
And no episode 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay, obviously this is Apocrypha. You don't take notes on this, but did you have any questions or anything about any of it? Or
Where'd the other coat come from?
we discussed that.
Yeah, that was about it.
Okay. All right. No Doctor Who news.
No news?
Nope.
No news is good news.
There you go. Monday, there's a release in the United Kingdom for the latest. I forget what it's for. I can't remember if it's Series 2 for Shutagawa or if it's one of the collections. But that's Monday. And then nothing. We've got nothing until January for the U.S. No announcements. The only thing coming up Doctor Who at this point that we know of is the spin-off, 5-episode spin-off, The Land Between the War and the Sea. The War Between the Land and the Sea.
Yeah.
Which is already been made, and we've got no show news after that. We've got no deal news. We've got no release news. Nothing. Hopefully we don't enter the wilderness years too, like with this. Hopefully the show does get picked up by somebody, if not Disney, maybe Amazon, whomever. But yeah, no news at all.
No news is good news. There was a time where Shutai didn't know how to tie his shoes.
Correct.
Do you ever know anyone that doesn't really live up to their name? Like I knew this guy. He was real small, skinny, frail. His name was Samson. I thought it was ironic.
Well, you got to play more Holden.
Hold yeah. Oh, when to fold 'em.
Just to let you know, we have hopefully next week The Stranger in Memory Alone, and then after that, the week after, we'll have 2, The Arizona Solution, which has a lot of actors who played the Doctor in it, but is not even tangentially related to Doctor Who.
Oh.
Like, you could theoretically maybe one of them, but not really. Dimensions in Time, the 30th anniversary, we'll do the 2 of those together. And then the week after that, 3 weeks from now, which is when I'll be drinking again, we'll have 2 more of these, The Strangers, which are the first 2 of what is more or less a 3-part piece for The Stranger. It's interrupted by a probe episode, so.
How come they have the Doctor's actor play the Doctor and Perry play her character, but Ace play this totally different character? Isn't that confusing to the viewers?
No, why not get as many of the actors from Doctor Who in it as possible?
But you think they'd be playing their same role, like Ace would be playing Ace.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And remember, Perry played a dual role here.
Yeah.
All right. Cool beans. And then hopefully we will get to the TV movie soon.
TV movie?
Yep, the first revival. The whole 1 episode of the first revival.
It's animated?
No.
Oh.
No, not animated.
Scream of the Chakra. Chakra?
Shakla. Okay. Normally, listen, I would have watched an episode of this week and I could have told you a little bit about that, of the new stuff. But we watched Ted Lasso instead.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
haven't seen it.
It's good.
Saw like a few scenes.
I've got Apple TV.
It's on Apple TV?
Yeah. Well, I found out I've had it, a free subscription for years, and so I went and got the box, and now we're watching it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't like how you have to have the box, though.
Neither do I. All right, we'll see you next time for more of The Stranger.
Next time.
All right, Doctor Who, Apocrypha, episode 5. Bum, bum.
Bum, 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 bum.